Hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Ahrtimmer, and you're watching Do You Remember, the show where I talk about the games we used to play. It is my great displeasure to today host for you Hellgate London. This is one of the games I hate most of all the games out there. Well, you'll see in a bit that it plays fairly badly, but more importantly, the story is abysmal. That's just my personal opinion, mind. You're entitled to your own opinion. I will disagree with you on every front when it comes to this game. But, like I said, feel free to believe whatever you want to believe. That's entirely your choice. Now, today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm recording live, so the game, what I say will actually be associated with what I'm doing at the time. It might be a little bit more engaging this way, might not. We'll see how it goes. This is also my third attempt at getting this to run. Apparently Fraps and Hellgate London don't get along very well, and nothing gets along well with my computer. It's not all that great at the minute. I'm looking at getting that sorted out, but until then, videos may be of lower quality than you expect. I apologize if there's any feedback through the microphone of in-game sound. I have turned sounds down. I can do so further, and might in-game if it seems to be a problem from where I'm sitting. Hopefully nothing else goes wrong. And let's get right to it. Yay. I'm going to skip the loading scenes for you this time because, well, they take a while. See you on the other side. Welcome to Covent Garden Station. If you live in London, you might actually know where this is. I am Australian, so I don't. Suffice to say that it is a subway station. This is where the survivors of humanity hold out until they either die or beat back the demons. They firmly believe that they'll beat back the demons. But of course, they would. Right, you may or may not know the story. The premise of the game is simple. It's a demonic invasion of Earth set in the not-too-distant future. This is where I really get into the issues. Somehow, despite this being supposed to be modern day, the game has, or makes use of some pretty hefty technology. Things like nanotechnology, force fields, and compressed space. Consequently, all the guns in this game don't require reloading because you've got as much ammo as you could need in the single clip. Anyway, today we're doing the mission Test Monkey, which requires that I go to the British Museum. I'm to test out the Forks device, a device we've had created from plans found in the remaining bits of a man who I happened to find in a gate to hell. Should be fun. We're going to take this device into one of the Hellgates and find out what it does, because nobody really knows. Here we go, Bloomsbury. Let's hack some demons up. Oh look, demons. Demons that throw fireballs, lovely. Laggy combat, even better. Hopefully this will clear up. It shouldn't be too bad, my computer is capable of running this game. Heck, this runs in Windows basic color scheme, so can't be that hard. We got all kinds of weird and wonderful monsters in this game. That is something I do appreciate. They have come up with a wide variety of critters. Monsters, demons, animals, birds, whatever you choose to call them, of all shapes and sizes. And of course, for good measure, they've thrown in zombies, because what apocalyptic game doesn't have zombies these days? That's not a criticism. I really like zombies. Blade Master class, which I'm playing, focuses on beating everything in your way to a pulp. Usually using swords, but occasionally you can pull out some pistols. The pistols are generally terrible. I mean, you start with things like grappling hook launchers, but occasionally they do get better. You actually get minigun pistols with greater fire rate than you can get in anything that any of the fighters can get. Or not fighters, riflemen, marksman types. Let's see, what's the button for it? F2. Apparently I don't have my pistols anymore. I can punch things, but don't really feel like doing that. I feel like cutting things up, so let's do some of that. Barrels explode everywhere. In every game, in every world, barrels will explode. It's basically what barrels were made for, isn't it? Palladium is the currency. You'll see me pick up plenty of that. Crates have stuff inside it. It's fairly simple in terms of the premises. They haven't done anything overly radical. I hate these combat animations. Swing right, swing left, swing right, swing left. Let's rinse and repeat until everything is dead. Surely you can come up with some better moves that don't require mana. Like, just to mix it up a bit. I don't have a problem with, repetitive animations, but when there's only two, it gets a little old. Let's see. Let's have a look around the city. The city is dead. There's red things everywhere. Apparently lava comes out of everything when the world is invaded by demons. Who knows? We'll find out if it happens. Probably won't happen, so I think we're safe. It's got a very nice apocalyptic feel, though. All the buildings are abandoned or destroyed. For example, here, the entire building is missing except the basement. The basement is filled with zombies. Lovely. Why do I sound like I'm enjoying this? I'm not entirely sure. I can assure you that I'm not. I really don't like this game. I suppose I'm trying to put it in a good light before I start to tear it apart, but that doesn't sound like... Whoa, through the floor, back at the start, wonderful. And there's the music. If one of you can figure out what that is, please let me know. I don't like random flying things, and I'd like to know what they are. Over that, and his bigger cousin over there, I don't know what they're called. I can't remember. I have passed this game, and at one point you shoot one down with a turret section. But, they've got some sort of demonic significance and are involved in killing the world or whatever it is that they're doing here. They never make it that clear, but I suppose they are demons. They don't need an excuse to kill things. Okay, this is getting a bit loud. I'm gonna just quickly turn the music volume down. Options. Audio. See, now that's not where I had it set. I had them even before. Controls are possibly the one redeeming feature of this game. They're very, very well made. You've got right and left mouse button to trigger various skills. You can assign whatever skills you want. They can just be auto attacks, or in this case, you'll see in my lower left, I've got a move which normally acts as an auto attack, but if you actually score a kill with it, it gives you life regeneration buff for a short time. Birds! Yay! Dead birds. Even better. So the controls are nice. You've also got a shift and possibly an alt key. And they're automated. For instance, you'll see in the left hand side, whenever I start running for, 3 seconds or more, it wants me to sprint. And sprint is actually one level upable skill. Every class gets sprint. Not sure why you'd soak too many points into it, but it can be helpful if you don't like walking everywhere. Wow. And he looked all impressive and big and horrible. Really now, I don't expect to kill things that easily. I mean, I know I'm badass, but not that strong. My right mouse button, you'll see that I've got a power attack. That might even be what it's called, I'm not entirely sure. It's the skill you start with, and you basically jump and hit the ground. Everything dies when you jump and hit the ground. It's always good fun. Now, while there's a bit of a lull in everything, I'll briefly explain the story and why I really this game. The story is very important to me, as you'll probably hear in a number of other videos, and this game really doesn't have it. The story exists, and in its own way it attempts to tell the story well. Attempts to, doesn't necessarily succeed. The downside is the story doesn't make sense. It's a demonic invasion of Earth set in the modern day, right? Yet apparently, if demons invade Earth in the modern day, they're only going to invade England. I have read the books. This is, how they've done it. Well, I've read the first book. The demons only invaded England. That's it. They didn't go anywhere else. Everywhere else is perfectly safe. Hell, there was, back in the early days of this invasion-y thing, there was mass exoduses of refugees heading to France. Because why not? There's demons everywhere. You kind of want to leave. And even the occasional boat would come from France to pick up refugees. Mounted 50 cals all over them. Because, you need really big bullets to kill demons. And apparently a 50 cal basically was like shooting them with a dart gun. And I don't mean a dart gun you'd use to trank someone, I mean a Nerf gun. Bullets need to... Annoying game premise number one. Bullets and weapons have to be bladed with palladium to have any effect on demons. Palladium, whilst it is your currency, and probably the reason it's the currency, is basically used to shave or pierce demon everythings. It's also conductive of electricity and magic. It's the amazing, substance of the demonic invasion century. Whichever one that is, I'm pretty sure it's 21st, but I'm not 100% certain. Oh, we didn't find the secret. Every so often when you come down here, where there's this blue light, which is kind of random, you'll find a post office box, or police box. That's it, police box. Think Doctor Who reference. Don't know quite why it's there. Doesn't really do anything. It's just, hey, we're making Doctor Who references for the entire game. Does that make us cool? Maybe. Who knows? Yes, I have to breach the Hell Rift. Ominous sounding. We are in the British Museum. So are floating invisible heads. Awesome. So yes, people come and basically try and save the refugees, but that's not all there is. Apparently, in the underground sewery type areas of London, well, possibly built under the sewers, I'm not entirely sure, there's a massive system of catacombs. Apparently. And these are held secret from the public. And who do they belong to? They belong to the Templar. Yes, the guys who spent a very long time in the Middle East killing Muslims. Apparently that was all a ruse. They were actually there to collect parts of a demon which had, invaded a little bit earlier than the rest. Wow. I never really understood that mechanic, but it's always fun when you get random items spawning on yourself.